Surah 72. Al-Jinn, the Jinn. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate. Say, O Prophet, it was revealed to me that a band of Jinn attentively listened to the recitation of the Quran and then went back to their people and said, "We have indeed heard a wonderful Quran which guides to the right way, so we have come to believe in it, and we will not associate aught with our Lord in His divinity. And that He, exalted be His Majesty, has not taken to Himself either a wife or a son. And that the foolish among us have been wont to say outrageous things about Allah. And that we had thought that men and jinn would never speak a lie about Allah. And that some from among the humans used to seek protection of some among the jinn, and thus they increased the arrogance of the jinn. And that they thought, even as you thought, that Allah would never raise anyone as a messenger. And that we tried to pry the secrets of the heaven, but we found it full of terrible guards and shooting meteors. And that we would take up stations in the heaven to try to hear, but anyone who now attempts to listen finds a shooting meteor in wait for him. And that we do not know whether evil is intended for those on the earth, or whether their Lord intends to direct them to the right way. And that some of us are upright, and some of us are otherwise, for we follow widely divergent paths. And that we thought that we will neither be able to frustrate Allah on earth, nor frustrate Him by flight. And that when we heard the teaching of the right way, we came to believe in it. He who believes in his Lord shall have no fear of suffering loss or being subjected to any injustice. And that among us some are Muslims, those who have submitted to Allah, and some of us are deviant. So those who became Muslims found the right course. But those who deviated from the truth will be the fuel for hell. If people were to keep firmly to the right way, we would have vouchsafed them abundant rain, so that we might try them through this bounty. Whoso turns away from the remembrance of his Lord, He will cause him to suffer a grievous chastisement. And that mosques belong to Allah, so do not invoke anyone with Him. And when Allah's servants stood up to call on Him, they well nigh swarmed Him. Say, O Prophet, I call on my Lord alone, and I do not associate aught with Him in His divinity. Say, surely neither it is in my power to hurt you, nor to bring you to the right way. Say, none can protect me from Allah, nor can I find a refuge apart from Him. My task is no more than to deliver Allah's proclamation and His messages. And whoever disobeys Allah and His messenger, surely the fire of hell awaits him, therein he will abide in perpetuity. They shall not change their ways until they see that against which they had been warned, and then they will know whose helpers are weaker and whose supporters are fewer in number. Say, I know not whether what you are promised is near or whether my Lord will prolong its term. He is the knower of the unseen, and He does not disclose His unseen to anyone, other than to a messenger whom He chooses for the bestowal of any part of the knowledge of the unseen, whereafter He appoints guards who go before Him and behind Him, so that He may know that they have delivered the messages of their Lord. He encompasses in His knowledge their surroundings and keeps account of all things.